How's it going, everyone? I'm Landan with LMR.com. In this video, we're going to be discussing how to replace the sunroof hardware in a 1979 to 1993 Fox Body Mustang. Today we're going to be installing new sunroof hardware into Project Blue Collar, which is a 1988 Fox Body Mustang. We're going to be using all the hardware that is currently available on LMR.com. This stuff includes the latch cover, latch assembly, L brackets and retaining tabs with hardware, and the nut plates and gaskets. The link to the hardware can be found in the description. This procedure and the parts will only work with 1979 to 1993 Fox Mustangs equipped with factory installed sunroofs and not aftermarket or dealer installed sunroofs. Now, just a heads up, we have used Project Blue Collar for some research and development purposes for these sunroof parts, and you'll see a few of those during the removal procedure. If you would like to watch the detailed video on replacing the weather strips in your sunroof car, that video will be linked down in the description. I'll also provide a list of tools in the description. That way you'll have a little bit better idea of what you need before you get started. First, we'll remove the sunroof from the car. Release the handle and then squeeze the two retaining tabs to separate the latch from the bracket. Push up from underneath the glass at the rear and then remove the sunroof from the car. Place it face down on a microfiber towel. Back inside the car, loosen and remove the Phillips head screw securing the cover to the roof. Carefully situate the end of the cover around the bracket on both sides to fully remove it. Loosen and remove the two 11mm nuts securing the bracket to the roof. Be sure and hold the bracket with your other hand to prevent it from falling down. So back at the table and at the front area of the glass, loosen and remove the Phillips head screw securing the L bracket. Go ahead and remove the bracket. Push the nut plate out to remove it and the gasket. Do the same for the other L bracket. At the rear of the glass, loosen the set screws from the shoulder bolts with an 1/8" Allen key. The ones on this car are missing. Loosen one of the screws with a flathead screwdriver. Loosen the second screw and then remove the latch assembly. If they stayed behind, go ahead and remove the flat washer. Push the nut plate through the glass to remove it. Flip the glass over. Spray some glass cleaner around one of the frontward openings to use as a lubricant. Carefully scrape away any old residue or adhesive with a razor blade. Dry the area. Use a cleaner polish and microfiber towel to clean any remaining marks. Wipe the area, and then you can go ahead and repeat these steps for the other two areas. Flip the glass back over and clean the inside areas around the holes, and then wipe the entire bottom of the glass. Before we install the new parts, I'm going to prep and paint the top sides of the nut plates with some trim black paint. Painting these trim black will provide a factory correct appearance. Rough the surface with a gray scuff pad and some warm water with a few drops of dish soap. Wipe them clean with a prep spray. Paint the nut plates in a well-lit and well-ventilated area until complete coverage is achieved. Make sure you give them adequate time to fully dry. Since we're installing a new latch into this car, separate the handle from the bracket. Take one of the mounting pivots and slide a shouldered bolt through the opening. Orientation does not matter. Next, install the rubber washer, followed by a metal flat washer. Place the gasket over the nut plate. Install the nut plate into position and hold it in place. Place a plastic washer onto the glass with the textured side facing towards you. While holding the nut plate, loosely thread the shouldered bolt. Position the latch handle in the correct orientation. Assemble the other mounting pivot. Position another plastic washer. Install the pivot and then carefully tighten both of the bolts in an even sequence. Use an 1/8" Allen key and install the set screws into the mounting pivots and fully tighten. Since the frontward nut plates only have one threaded area, the plate and gasket can become misaligned whenever you tighten the screw. To help prevent this, apply a small amount of Weatherstrip adhesive to the underside of the nut plate. Place the gasket onto the nut plate and make sure it's even. Apply pressure for a few seconds and then do the same for the other gasket and nut plate. Give the adhesive some time to cure. Verify the hole sizes in the L bracket. One has a larger diameter. This area will install against the glass. You can also look at the side gussets on the bracket. There will be a small straight section near the edge. This is the side with the larger diameter hole and will install against the glass. Since you'll have to hold the nut plate in position, go ahead and place the flat washers over the Phillips head screws. Position one of the nut plates through the glass and make sure it's oriented correctly. Hold the nut plate in position and place an L bracket onto the glass. Loosely thread one of the Phillips head screws. Since there is some adjustability with the L brackets, set the bracket so that the screw is centered within the slotted hole and then tighten the screw. Make sure the bracket is facing straight forward and is not at an angle. Position a retaining tab into place and loosely install another screw. You want to set the retaining tab just below the edge on the L bracket and then tighten the screw. Do the same for the other side. Go ahead and make sure the nut plates and gaskets are oriented correctly. Before reinstalling the sunroof, use this opportunity to clean the jam area. Use some compressed air and flush the drains in the corners of the jam area. Vacuum the large debris first, and then wipe the area with the Waterless wash product and microfiber towel. Hop inside the car and align the new latch bracket with the roof of the car. Reinstall the previously removed nuts and carefully tighten. Install the latch cover and retighten the screw. Go ahead and reinstall the sunroof into the car and verify that the brackets and tabs are adjusted correctly. If needed, remove the sunroof and adjust the brackets and retaining tabs accordingly. Whenever the sunroof fully seats into place, close the latch. After that, you're good to go. Like any of our videos, I hope this one has provided you with the value that you needed. If it did, go ahead and like the video, turn on notifications, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until we see you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things Fox Body Mustang. Keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.